Those are the wanton souls, who never feel the pull of greed or the depth of envy. Those whose lives are never so bored as to tempt sloth. Or indulge in gluttony, or embrace lust. There is one sin that all man has felt.
Now, let's see what we have here. Hopefully something we can use this time. Huh. This is good timing. Not exactly what I had in mind to show you, but it'll do. You might be wondering about the dead body here decorating the floor. This poor slob had information on him about a certain individual that I would very much like to see dead. He, resisted my initial questions, but I was able to extract what I needed, eventually. His death was an unfortunate side effect of the process, but I doubt he'll be missed. The man I'm after is known as Bombface. He was a one-time Moravsky associate, whose paw prints are all over the serious crime around these parts. He killed my wife, and does not hesitate to kill anyone else who crosses him. It's taken me months to get this far, and finally I have a lead on the bastard. Question is, will you help me with the next piece of the puzzle?
It's probably gonna be dangerous. I expect things will get ugly.
We're avenging the death of my beautiful wife. It is guaranteed to get ugly.
If it means protecting innocent people from a madman, yes.
Wonderful. Mr. Useful here gave me the name and location of one of Bombface's organizers. Give me a few hours to clean this up, and we'll work out how to track this goon down.
Hi. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hi. You must be the one who's been fixing all the problems in the Commonwealth. I just wanted to introduce myself, Alyssa Stevens, at your service, the Commonwealth's up-and-coming star reporter. I've just moved into town and I'm looking to set up a newspaper. Say, you're famous for helping people out around here. Could I trouble you to help a struggling journalist build a printing press?
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
So you've heard of the Boston Bugle, right? Biggest newspaper in the country before the war. Well, my sources have told me that there's some schematics for a nuclear-powered printing press stored somewhere in the Boston Bugle building downtown. So I need someone with your unique skills to go and get them for me. I can pay you with some money my dad left me. What do you say?
I'm sorry about your dad.
After Mom passed, I had to haul it over the Commonwealth everywhere he went. Talking to all the other travelers is where I got my taste for sharing stories and reporting. And if it wasn't for those fucking green assholes, he would still be here today.
I live for danger. Where do I sign up?
Well, anyway, thank you for helping me out. I can show you where the Boston Bugle building is on your Pip-Boy.
It's like having a piece of Mary back, too.
Hey, I got a message for you.
What is it?
It's word for Mr. Jared. He's from the CPD. I'm with him, too. We beat the shit out of bad guys. You know, justice. Mr. Jared says that Mr. Kaler thinks you're good at fucking up bad guys, too. So, that's why I gotta give you the message.
Who are these people?
We're the police. We got uniforms and everything. The Commonwealth Police Department. See? CP&D. The Fossetti's are in charge. Mr. Jared gets stuff and I do jobs for him. They can explain better. Nobody tells me nothing anyways. They get me to deliver shit when they're up to fun. Like they did with this one.
Who are you, anyway?
Me? I'm Shandy. Mom named me Andy, but because I don't shut up, everyone's telling me shh. So, now it's just Shandy.
Okay, I'm listening.
Mr. Jared says that you had problems with the gunners, too. Said you might like to know where there are some that deserve a good ass-kicking. Told me to tell you that we're gonna go to town on some gunners. He's hoping you come see. Or maybe even help.
Who are the gunners?
These ones are called the Hellhounds. Bastards that ended people and stole shit. We've been looking for them to serve them justice.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
Mr. Jared said that you should come down to the headquarters. It's the South Boston PD near Andrews Station and the Gwinnett Brewery. You know, when nice people get the message delivered, they tend to, I don't know, give the messenger some caps or soda or something.
You want a soda? Is that it?
You know, one of those plain Nuka-Colas would really sort this thirst out of mine. Or with a few caps, I could get one myself.
Here you go.
Yes! Thanks a bunch. That's wicked cool. Later.
Around here, folks work for what they got.
Hey.
Right. Good that you're here. Now let me lay out the 411. Apparently this guy, Boris, is one of Bombface's organizers. Gets the muscle to where it's needed. We, and by we I mean you, need to extract Bombface's location from him. Don't look at me like that. I can't go near these guys as they all know of me, and would no doubt make me from 100 yards away. A relative stranger like yourself has a much better chance of getting within striking distance. So, you still up for this? I won't lie, this will be a tough gig.
Do we really need to do this the hard way?
These scum are the worst of the worst. They only understand fear and power, and they go down hard.
Absolutely. I'm in.
Okay. Here are the details of Boris's last known whereabouts. I'll beam him to your, wrist computer. Good hunting.
And the new girl patched me up, put me on her shoulder, and blasted her way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Mostly true. But there wasn't 100 of them. And Deacon was with me the whole way.
Embellishing the truth again, are we?
She would have fallen for it, you know?
Don't flatter yourself. Still, I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you cleared out the entire switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign her up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Have any suggestions?
No. It doesn't work like that. Your life, your name, your choice.
Call me Whisper.
After Tommy? Or... Either way, that's very fitting. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang.
I'm getting tired of
The
waiting.
location of our HQ is one of our most tightly guarded secrets. So be careful.
Can't wait to get
coming
out of this
in or
place.
out. You
Gives
never
me the
can tell when
creeps.
you're being watched. This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe, and we've taken precautions not to be surprised again. Things are chaotic right now, so there's plenty for you to do. Listen up, everyone. This is Whisper. She did the switchboard op with Deacon. She's a full agent, effective immediately. I'm counting on each of you to show her the ropes. Feel free to welcome her aboard. That is all. It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
Building something useful, I hope.
Ah, it's our newest agent.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this, but that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command, but what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth, H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves. The paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
What's a dead drop?
I had one of those once, after I ate a bad batch of cram. Spent 8 hours in the can.
Oh dear lord. A dead drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
He taught me what I need to know, including that.
It appears our resident pathological liar didn't completely neglect your training. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
Working with compartmentalized information is a difficult transition for new agents.
We're all the sense got. Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
The sensor sweep says you're clean. Hooray! We're bug-free.
I went through a sensor sweep?
Every test Des would let me run. Full EMF scan, biological sniffers, and other state-of-the-art security. So the sweep says the Institute isn't watching you, or us. But the tests lie, man. Okay, have you eaten anything out there? Because if you have, they got you.
Yeah, I've eaten food.
I knew it. The Institute has these tiny microscopic robots in the food, man. And they report back.
Tom, that's rubbish.
You just don't get it, Carrington. The Institute is in your blood.
They're in my blood.
Absolutely not. Tom, we ran your tests extensively. We found red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Everything you'd expect.
And that doesn't get you the least bit suspicious. The results were too perfect, too expected, and that's how they fool you.
Could the Institute really do that?
Look, everyone says Tinker Tom is crazy. Until I'm right. You gotta understand, those Institute scientists have centuries on us. Just working like crazy little bees, dreaming up the most messed up stuff you can imagine. Remember, in the blood. Okay. If you really want to be safe, let me give you a little shot. Desdemona says no one has to, but it will kill those little robots.
There's battery acid in that serum of yours.
You can't nuke an omelet without irradiating some eggs. You ready to shoot up?
There's no way in hell I'm letting you do that.
Fine. Let them hear and see everything. Okay. I hope you like your whole life being downloaded to the Institute's mainframe.
Do you have any proof?
Proof? You and Karen. Peas in a pod. Hey, I gotta get back to making gadgets. Don't let your guard down out there.
Are you injured? It's a wonder you and Glory don't set off metal detectors.
Not interested.
Let me know if that changes.
Hello, dear. They're not here. Already gone off to beat down those gunners. Mr. Jared wants to meet you down at the docks back east. And then I have to stop talking or you'll never fucking get there, he says. So, I'm shutting up now. Have a ball. Bye.
Bring it on! Damn, I was just starting to have fun.
Right. Piece of shit. Start talking or I'm gonna turn your head into a sieve.
If you just give us the information we want, I can guarantee that you'll get a fair trial.
A fair trial? What are you...
Just fucking talk. I will blow your fucking head off if you don't.
I don't think your boyfriend will like that.
Brother. I'm her brother. And that sure doesn't make me someone who could stop her from shooting you.
Guys, we've got company.
Hey, you over there. Get me out of this and there's caps in it for you.
Shut it, you piece of shit. You! Who are you, and what are you doing here?
I'm here to help. What's going on?
Well, we're here to ensure that justice is done. These people are murderers, and we need more information.
Can you tell me about your trouble with the Gunners?
Oh, damn it, we don't have time for an exposition! This murderer knows where other murderers are, and they need to talk. Look, I can get it out of her, you just need to get out of my way and let me work.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, I was here first! What makes you think you can do better than me?
Lena, why not let them have a go? It can't hurt, and if she still isn't talking, you can have another try.
Fine. She's all yours. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah. What can you do?
What are you doing out here?
Apart from getting my ass kicked and asked stupid questions? Not much. You?
All right. Talk.
Hey, you're a reasonable person. Promise to keep this one from killing me and I'll give you what you want.
Tell me. Why should I let you live?
Cause I can give you our real leader. You don't want to kill me. You want to kill him. He's called the Butcher. Real psycho he is. Let us on raids, kills in all kinds of nasty ways. I can tell you where to find him. Well, we called him the Butcher because of how he chops up his victims. We had to go long, or he'd chop us up too. He left us to set up as a raider. He's got a secret hideout that I can point you to if you're letting me go. Better kill him quickly, though. He's deadlier than he looks. And if you let him get close, he'll chop you up like all the others. No? Well, you'll see when you face him. See who's scared then, won't you? Well...
Shit! That wasn't me! It wasn't me!
Came from over there. We've got company.
Get some!
You hear that?
Lock and load!
Break every bone in
Shit. We're so close to getting more information out of her.
We'll follow up on what she told us. It'll all need corroborating anyway. We can check this lot's pockets, but I won't hold my breath.
Hey, I'm really glad you chose to come. I gotta sit down and get my breath back now.
Who are you people, exactly?
We're the Commonwealth Police Department. Well, the beginnings of it. We've got big plans, though.
And those plans are first and foremost to get justice for what these animals did.
Now, everyone's had a rough day. Maybe we should get back to the station, where we can tell you all about what's going on. Explanations go better with a full belly, and not worrying about reinforcements coming over the ridge. We'll meet up at South Boston Police Station.
I'll meet you there.
Great. I'll look forward to it. Just maybe not as much as I'm longing for my bed. Bye for now.
Excuse me. Great. It's you again. And? You want something?
Do you have time for some questions?
Okay. Jared seems to think you'll be a useful ally, and he has an annoying habit of being right. What do you want to know?
Yes. Can you tell me about your trouble with the Gunners?
The Gunners are trouble for everyone. Strutting about like they own the place, taking and killing with impunity. They sent one of their units to take supplies from our farmstead. Those animals killed everyone and tore the place down. I'd taken Simon to DC. We weren't there. We couldn't help. I could only keep Simon safe. Now I hunt them. Any Gunners will do, but the ones who did it, the Hellhounds, they're the ones I really want to find. Anything else you need to know about?
What are you guys doing out here?
The station? We needed somewhere to regroup. Somewhere to keep my little brother safe. Jared showed it to us after he heard what happened. He let us share his secret boat hole. The stories he found here really turned things around. Now we have weapons, armor, and a safe base. It was Simon's idea to become the law. I just went along with it at first. But the desire to inflict justice on the scum of the wealth is... enticing. Anything else you need to know about?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Lena Forsetti, big sister to Simon, the bookworm over there. Daughter to parents taken before their time. And now, a captain in the police force who will achieve vengeful justice on those who took their lives. Anything else you need to know about?
I don't have any more questions.
Anything else?
Anything I can do to help out?
You want to help us out? If you don't get in my way, there might be a few things you could do. Jared's our quartermaster, and he could always use help keeping us in bullets and caps. My little brother Simon probably has something very worthy he needs your help with. And for me, well, how do you feel about killing and skinning gunners?
More than happy to stick it to the gunners.
Good. Then you're really gonna like this. I'm putting bounties on gunners. 25 caps a head. Well, head tattoo. Only way of proving you've really put one down is to cut that tattoo off their forehead. And there's no nice way to do that. This isn't something for the faint-hearted or moral types. But you bring me those tats, and I'll give you the caps.
Maybe? We'll see.
Well, keep the offer in mind, next time you find yourself standing over the corpse of a gunner. Anything else?
I need your help.
Let me stop you right there. Sob stories and charity cases are Simon's department. He's the one who dreams of protecting, serving, and creating piles of paperwork. So, unless you have something of interest to me.
Nothing right now.
Good. I have things to do.
Hey.
Hi there. Welcome to our humble abode, headquarters of the Commonwealth Police Department. I'm Jared, by the way, or Sergeant Lund these days. Thanks for giving us a hand back there at the docks. From what Caleb has told us about you, I've been hoping we'd get to meet you. You probably have plenty of questions, or if you've the need, I can trade with you. So, is there anything I can help you with?
Do you have time for some questions?
Okay. What would you like to know?
Yes. Can you tell me about your trouble with the gunners?
Gunners have been making more and more mischief across the Wealth in recent times. The ones we're after right now are called the Hellhounds. The Forsetti family were good customers and good friends. They had a nice little homestead not too far off, till the Hellhounds came along anyway. That family breeds stubborn souls, and the Hellhounds are evil bastards who'll take the least excuse to turn things violent. Lena and Simon were out when it happened, and I managed to keep them safe. The Hellhounds caused the CPD, and the CPD exists to end the Hellhounds. Was there anything else you'd like to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, this overweight old man in uniform before you is Sergeant Jared Lund, quartermaster for the Commonwealth Police Department. But that's mostly recent developments. Just about all my life, I've been a scavenger and traveling trader, a finder and seller of great salvage. I met Shandy when he was just a street kid, trying to pick my pocket. After listening to him go on and on, I gave him a home, and work is my runner. After all, the years have slowed me down some, and it would be a waste not to pass my extensive knowledge on to a new generation. Was there anything else you'd like to know?
Nice place you got here.
I found it a while back, made for a great hideout in an otherwise nasty area. I dug up a stash of old police gear and a good place to store my goods. When Lena and Simon needed a safe place, I brought them here. When they needed protection, I let them have some of the old police stuff. Simon started going on about law and order, and before I knew it, I'd agreed to starting a police force. The results are what you see around you. Was there anything else you'd like to know?
I don't have any more questions.
Was there anything else?
Anything I can do to help out?
Okay. There is something I think you can help me with if you're interested. There's an old police station which we'd like to get back up and running, and I'd like to get access to a pre-war stash which should be there. East Boston Station is being picked over by a nasty bunch of scabbers, and I'd like someone to take care of them before they get into the stash.
Why don't you tell me what's so interesting about this?
Well, going by the records I found, there should be stacks of police protectrons down there. just waiting for activation. If I'm right and we can get them working again, we'll have a huge boost to our manpower. Well, robot power. You know what I mean.
I suppose I can do that.
Great. So evict those scabbers and get the stash activated. Oh, and you'll need these old codes I got off the network.
Hello, and welcome to the Commonwealth Police Department's headquarters. Oh, and I just wanted to say thank you for coming when Jared asked. Lena and me tend to get wrapped up in thinking we can do everything ourselves. Jared's the one who actually has a head for resources, whether that's keeping us fed or knowing how many people to take to an engagement. If you need any extra gear, you should go see Jared. He's pretty good at getting his hands on decent stock. Can I help you with anything?
Do you have time for some questions?
Yes, of course. What would you like to know?
Yes. Can you tell me about your trouble with the Gunners?
It's not all Gunners, not really. There's this one unit. They call themselves the Hellhounds. A real nasty bunch. They came to our family's place demanding supplies, but there's a stubborn streak in our family, and our folks just wouldn't submit to those bullies. Unfortunately, the Hellhounds have a reputation. Least excuse and they lose all restraint. And our folks, well, Lena and me, we were on a trading run to the city. Couldn't have turned the tables, really, but that doesn't stop us regretting not being able to try. Anyway, we have a purpose now, a drive to give the victims of criminals like those justice. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
What are you guys doing out here?
This station was at first just a sanctuary, but we found old supplies here, gear from the pre-war police force. Putting on these uniforms gave us all a purpose, a reason to keep going, a thing to unite us, something to be part of. This place is just the start. We're going to keep recruiting and spreading out into the other stations, bringing law and order back to the Wealth. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Simon Forsetti. Lena is my older sister. And we're all that's left of our family. We grew up in a farmstead not too far from here. It was hard work, but we Forsettis are a stubborn bunch. Mom really nurtured my love for reading. Not an easy task, but she always managed to find things for us to read. I really miss that old farmstead, and all the folks who filled it. But this place has kept us safe, and for now we call it home. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
I don't have any more questions.
Was there anything else?
Anything I can do to help out?
Okay. Well, we need to corroborate the information given by the prisoner. Not that it's a lot to go on. It also showed that we need to build up if we want to take on people like the Hellhounds. Lena and Jared have some ideas you could maybe ask about. There was something I had in mind, too. It's a bit more academic than what the others will be thinking, but I'd like to hear what you think.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Thank you. The thing is, if we want the Commonwealth to respect us, we need to be seen upholding established laws. Well, I believe that if we are serious about presenting ourselves as police, we need to follow the old codes of law and order. I'm lucky enough to be well read on old laws, but I think we all need to have books and tapes to reference and learn from. The Boston Public Library, I believe, will have what we need. Is there any chance that you'd be able to obtain some things for us?
Anything more you can tell me about the library?
Oh, it's an amazing building. A huge repository of pre-war knowledge. Some previous occupants had set up defenses which have kept it mostly untouched. So, you'll need to deal with some turrets and robots. The doors are well secured, but you might be able to get in through the subway entrance. If you manage to open up the building, there's a station house nearby that we could use to protect it. So, what do you say?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
That's great. Here, I'll give you a list of the publications which I'm looking for.